Today I'm going to show you guys a triad workout that's really going to help you to get familiar with your triads and all 12 keys. I often find that we take for granted the most basic of things in music, and that's the major triad. We think we know them all, but the question is, do you really know them all? And if you don't know anything about me, my main concepts in terms of jazz, improvisation, music is the idea of clarity and the idea of flexibility. When I talk about clarity and flexibility, I mean the execution of clear ideas and the ability to play what you want to play when you want to play it. So on any instrument, especially an instrument like a brass instrument like trombone, it's definitely the case that we need to practice a lot of the shapes that we want to play before we're going to be able to freely improvise with them. So I definitely recommend using a metronome. So we're going to use a metronome today. It's set on 72. And we're going to go around the circle of fourths. We're going to go the direction. We're going to go F, B flat, E flat, A flat, because on trombone that lies really well. So the first thing we're going to do is play quarter notes. 1, 2, 3. If you don't know the order of the circle of fourths, feel free to go to the description blocks below or the comments section and find the link to the PDF of this exercise. You just have to put in your email address and you can get that for free from my website. So moving on. So now that we've mastered that, again, we're at quarter note equals 72. You might want to get even more familiar, be able to go a little bit faster. We're going to go from quarter notes to eighth notes. But we're going to double it up. We're going to go da da dee da 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 dee da, right? Same tempo, doubling it up, playing each triad 2 times. 1, 2, 3. I didn't mention, but if you notice, I'm just breathing wherever I need to breathe. So you should do the same. Sneak in a quick breath when you can so that you can keep the exercise moving and keep it in time. Keeping all this stuff in time is super important. That's why we're using this metronome. Now, if you're feeling advanced and you want to start thinking about a multiple tongue option on this, which I recommend for anyone who is already familiar with this type of material and wants to start to be able to play faster, improvise faster, especially on trombone, we want to practice our double tonguing at slow speeds. So what I would do is do the same exercise, except I don't doodle tongue, I double tongue. And so I'll go da ga da ga da ga da ga with the same speed. Just to start practicing the double tongue at that slower speed. And then we're going to double up again, the same way we did before. We did eighth notes and we did it twice. Now we're going to do 16th notes, and we're going to do it 4 times on each one. So that makes sense? Here we go. 1, 2, 4 on each. probably noticed, had a little bit of a hiccup at the end there. You want to do the same thing, which is make sure you take your breaths where it needs to go. Sometimes you end up adding an extra beat or it gets a little screwed up, but what we're aiming for is to be as smooth as possible through all those at this slow speed, because now what we're going to do is we're going to double up again. Doubling it up again. 4 on each, but it's going to take half a bar instead, right? So all right, so make sure that you're not going too fast with this. You're practicing at your own pace. You're setting weeks aside for this. I've practiced all this over a period of time, so I can go through it quickly now. But for you guys, if you haven't done this before, you probably need to take it a little bit slower. So here we go. It's going to be 4 on each one and twice as fast as we did before. So here we go. Whew. It's a long blow at that speed, that's slow. So now what we're going to do is half it again. So we're going to go with only two on each. It's a great multiple tongue workout, as well as getting familiar with alternate positions and getting familiar with these triads. So some of you that are familiar with the channel will notice I've played this exercise before. It's filed under Wycliffe Gordon Triad exercise. It's not as detailed as we're going into here, but if you want to check out another video where we're talking about the similar exercise, go right ahead. Now, we're going to half it again, do 1 on each. It's a great way to get familiar with the circle of fourths and a great way to get familiar with your triads. Now, this is step 1. We were practicing our tonguing, getting familiar with a 1 octave arpeggio. So now we're going to keep the tempo the same. We're at 72. You can move this tempo around as much as you need to. But now what we're going to do is we're going to play 2 octave arpeggios on each one. We're going in the same order. And don't worry, when we get to a key where I can't play for example, E flat, I'll displace the root by an octave so you can hear what that sounds like. All right, so we're aiming for not only using this as a mental exercise, it's also a trombone exercise, an articulation exercise to really focus in on trying to nail all of these arpeggios as we go around. All right, so it's the same. We'll go back. We'll go to eighth notes now. And we'll do 2 octaves on each root. Triad. Okay, well, there you go. There's part 1 of the major triad workout. If you're interested and want to keep going, if this was easy for you, I can't wait to share with you guys part 2 of this exercise. It's gonna help you improvise by connecting all these keys together, all these triads together. We're trying to get them under the slide, under your fingers, into your brain so you can hear them and execute them 2 octaves in any situation. Thanks for watching. My name is Nick Finzer. We'll see you back here real soon.